I hate making these videos. I really do. But the audio for this podcast is a little fucked up. My audio is great. Eric's audio is great. James's audio, on the other hand, for some reason his mic didn't record. I have no idea why. I checked it before and it was recording. I have no idea. It just nothing. So I was able to take what he said from the other mics and put it onto its own layer and make that louder, so you could hear what he was saying more. It makes me upset that this turned out this way, but I'm uh, I'm gonna do better next time. But it's a really cool podcast, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you to Eric and James for doing the podcast, and let's get right into it.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the You Might Be Surprised podcast. That's the name of it, fun fact. And welcome back. I have two very special guests here. I have James and Eric on the podcast. They are Milwaukee comedians. I know in this podcast I like to shit on Milwaukee a lot, but there's some good things that come here sometimes. It's not always a crazy place, but thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. It means a lot to me, and I can't wait to shoot the shit with you guys.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here. I'm Eric Wielo. I'm a comedian. We're currently at the Laughing Tap. I feel like a news reporter. Just in, Taliban strikes again.
I'm James Hancock. I am not a Milwaukee comedian. I'm a comedian that was blessed to be able to fly to Milwaukee to headline this beautiful place, the Laughing Tap. Well, I live in San Diego, but
Okay.
Yeah.
San Diego. But no, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. I knew you weren't from around here, but I was just throwing it out there.
No, you good.
But yeah, no, yeah, man. So how was last night's shows?
Sold out, of course. No.
Sold out last night too?
Sold out last night. Shows sold out tonight, so we're really excited. The crowds were super hyped, and they gave you everything you wanted, right?
Yeah, no, right in the pocket, man. It's dope.
No hecklers.
Show.
Yeah.
We did have one lady
One lady, she got...
hyperventilate in the back of the room. That was not due to our joke. I don't know what it was due to.
We were convinced she did a Nas in the bathroom or like a whippet.
Really?
Yeah, because she said she couldn't see and that she's hyperventilating.
I can't confirm or deny how it got there. All I know is that she had to be tended to.
Well, I know I did the whippet with her, so my set was over, and I said, "Fuck it, let's get high." You know?
There you
Yeah,
go.
you was on stage. I was on stage while it happened. I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, we walked her out, made sure she was all right, and then she took a little quest on her way down the road, and if she hadn't have paid for her ticket and beer, we would have been more concerned. So it has to go on, man. Yeah.
So Eric, since you are from Milwaukee, you're from the West Dallas area. Shout out to the West Dallas area.
Yeah, big shout out to the Dirty man. Stallion right here.
And then James, what do you think of it so far? What do you think of the city?
Oh, I'm really I like Milwaukee.
Really?
I'm a fan of architecture already. So this place is super dope to me because there's a bunch of old historic architecture, and then the wings of Calatrava at the museum. A lot of it is just dope. And then it's a beautiful spot. Beer, all they eat is fucking beer and cheese and baseball. That's what you guys are about. I love all of those things. So yeah, no, this place is dope.
It is kind of great. Actually, you just named stuff that I didn't even know.
That's what I said.
Here.
Yeah, I don't even know what that word was.
I had no idea.
Escanaba? When's a what?
Santiago Calatrava is I want to make sure. I'm not sure.
Just because you're wearing glasses don't mean you have to be smart about shit.
He is an architect, and he is amazing, and he has inspired a lot of amazing architectural structures. And Milwaukee was blessed to have the wings at the museum that open up 3 times a day. You ever seen those? The wing at the Milwaukee Museum of Art.
Oh
wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
He designed those. And
Okay.
Yeah, so they call them the wings of Calatrava because they were designed by him.
Yeah, every morning as the sun rises, and they play I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly as they do it, right? Yeah. And then everybody stands around like the angels in the outfield. They just like, if I can fly.
No, that's dope though. But I've only lived in Milwaukee, or I went to school in Waukesha.
Okay.
So I don't even live in Milwaukee, and I don't even know anything about Milwaukee.
Oh, no shit. All right.
I was super hyped when they opened up the Comedy Improv, and that's how I met you, and I reached out to you when I saw you open up for Steve
Byrne and Gary Cannon. Yeah, we had the honor of opening the new Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield. And yeah, we did did a bunch of shows. They were all packed. The crowds were amazing, and you know, it really brought legitimacy to the comedy, like a brand of like the improv here. Like I love the Laughing Tap. They're doing an amazing job here, and that's the cool part about it, is that they're in Brookfield and the Laughing Tap's here, and both of these things can exist at the same time and work in harmony, and that's what you love to see. I mean, the more comedy, the better. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Fucking A. All right. Oh, no, I was just going on rant. I just figured you're going to leave. Yeah, so those shows were fun, and the staff there is great, and Levity giving me the opportunity to open my home club. It was an honor and a treat, man. I was really thrilled about that.
For sure.
I mean, how'd you enjoy the shows?
I thought it was hilarious. You opened up hilarious, and then Gary, he lit that place on fire. I didn't realize how much. So to that show, I've only been to 2 comedy shows. I went to an open mic at where you guys were last night.
I know.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I was.
Shout out to High Note.
That's a cool place. I have a funny story about that I'll tell a little later. But then I saw Rogan when he came to Milwaukee.
The Pfizer? Or, yep.
So that was the only 2 shows I saw, and I was like, I need to see more. I went there, and I did not know how much crowd work it was, because whenever you watch comedy on like YouTube or on Netflix, I feel like it's a lot about the joke, but Gary like showed me that it's like you can just do straight crowd work.
Oh yeah.
And that was like, wow, he lit that place on fire.
Yeah, his crowd work is
That's
top-notch,
crazy.
dude. No, for real. The first time I ever met Gary, he was like off the stage, just going up and down the aisles at the Madhouse, and was just fucking with people, and that shit was dope.
I think every good comedian needs that trick in their bag, you know, to be able to do crowd work, because somebody's going to give you a gift, and you got to know what to do with it, and you got to be able to play with it. Sure. And Gary's been a great mentor for me in that sense. But yeah, Gary's just a pure crowd work guy. He has a couple jokes in between that he does, and 2 jokes. Yeah, he paid a young comic in San Francisco probably $50 for those jokes. And then you know, young artists like ourselves, we like to write, and if crowd work presents itself, we get after it, right?
Yeah, I know. Definitely like the crowd working session, like roasting people. I normally just roast. If I'm doing crowd, I'm mostly just making fun of people.
For sure.
I loved there's that drunk girl. She was getting really drunk, and he said, what was the picture thing?
You went too far. At a certain point, there's somebody that's just like, all right, you've gone to where the glass is full, and now you've let it tip over, and now it's our turn to be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So,
You're like, you've been filling this pitcher all night, and you've hit the rim.
she was right in the front, just like saying this little shit the whole time. And when the picture got too heavy, I just let her know real quick, and then you just press on. You know, nothing crazy. I didn't even roast her. I could have.
Yeah, could have.
I could have, because she had an ugly ass dress on, but I didn't. I did not.
I opened my show last night. I pointed at a guy. I was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he was like, "Chicago." And I was like, "What brings you to Wisconsin?" He's like, "Oh, I got a place in Lake Geneva." And I was like, "No shit." I was like, "Yeah, it takes a real rich asshole to gentrify a lake, you know?" Like, and then I go, "So would you come here in a Bentley or a Tesla?" And he goes, "Tesla, actually." And then that's a clap break, and it's just immediate chaos. To just what's gonna happen.
Did you like own a panther or some shit too?
Well, they were talking about their rescue dogs, and then they said it's like a leopard shepherd or something shit like that. They couldn't even fucking remember. It's just rich people.
Oh,
I made the joke, like you rescue dog. It's like you drop $12,000 at the door and then rescue it. Like, what are we doing here? They're the type of people. Rich people, like they have golden retrievers, and it's like, it's my rescue golden. It's like, who? There's no golden retriever in the world that nobody wants. Yeah. I was like, you just cycle through dogs. He couldn't even remember it. I'm like, you probably bring him to Lake Geneva and just fucking drown him, you know, pisses on the rug. Yeah. Look, I went there last night, you know? Yeah.
I don't know who's drowning dogs.
I did that movement too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I was checking you guys out because I didn't want to go in blind, stuff like that. I have to say, your guys' sketches that you do are fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
I really like the Michelob one that you guys did.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, with the
That was a
bartender.
good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That was a lot of fun.
That one came together last minute too. Like we had shot a spot for.
While we were there, we had like the equipment set up in my house, and I was just like, yo, we gotta shoot something else. So we were just like in the kitchen, was like, it kind of looks like a bar. Let's fucking make it a bar. And he was like, I'll be the obnoxious dude at the bar, and he was like, well, you be like the straight.
Yeah. Because we have a running bit because he loves Michelob Ultra, and I think it's water. So
That's the running bit of Michelob. It's not necessarily us. The world just says that.
They just say that? Okay. Well,
First of all, it's good beer.
It's a damn good beer.
and he
I
doesn't
enjoy
he
it.
doesn't wake up with hangovers, and I do. So that's the difference, you know. I talk shit.
also only have 4 of them, and you normally have 13.
Oh, leave me alone. That's a baker's dozen,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. I mean, you got to do it proper.
But yeah, you have the beard. You're from Milwaukee. It makes sense when you do it. If I was just, it doesn't make sense when I do it.
People
So
from
I only have like 13.
Milwaukee only drink like 13,
Yeah,
14
that's-
beers.
it's-
That's how it goes.
yeah,
When I go out, I know I'm having at least 12.
At least.
At least 12. Yeah, man. You know, I walked in with a Pedialyte today. You saw it.
Yeah.
I bought it at the counter, and I was at Walgreens. I walked up, and the girl goes, "How's your day been going?" I'm like, "I'm buying Pedialyte from you at 3:00." And she goes, "I'm not telling anybody." And I go, "I love secrets."
I love secrets.
What flavor Pedialyte?
Grape. That's my. Yeah,
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
hell. There it is. Yeah.
If you just said grape or red, if you just said red, that would have been
Yeah, right.
What flavor?
Kool-Aid.
I have a weird question that I think about a lot because whenever
Oh boy.
Here we go.
9 inches.
9 inches. This is great to know.
Around.
Around.
Mine's short, but it's thin. It's real thin. Oh my God, you'd guys be surprised how thin it is. Holy
might be
shit!
surprised.
Yeah, people talk about it. It might be short. Yeah,
It's like those cheese strings that come out of the blood.
yeah. It's like a cheese whip in a Bloody Mary. That's what it is.
Gotta work with what you have, though.
You know, it's all about the foreplay at that point.
What's the question?
whenever I was going down, whenever I wanted to create a podcast, this is actually episode 62 of this.
Oh wow,
Thank you.
that's a lot of episodes, man.
I keep it going, and I mean, a lot of times it's just me sitting in front of a mic just ranting about fucking TikToks or some dumb shit like that. But as comedians that are out here doing it, do you guys look at content as something for like the side thing that you do, or is it more of like, because like for me, I'm always thinking, how can I get more views, how can I get more subscribers, because I know getting more followers can allow me to do whatever I want to do, whether that's comedy, a podcast, or something like that. Do you guys kind of think that same way, or are you guys just strictly like, I just want to get up on stage, make people laugh and sell?
For me, I like both, and I know that both of them are extremely necessary. Is it much less stressful for me to just go on stage and talk? Yeah, because I don't have to worry about editing. I don't have to worry about actually shooting something that's like, oh, how's it look? How's the lighting? Do I need somebody else? Is it actually funny? No, like I can. Stand up is amazing because it's just instantly the answer's right in front of you.
For sure.
Am I funny or not? They're laughing, they're not laughing. Okay, don't say that thing again, do say that thing again. But like with a video, it's like, oh, did I post it at the right time? Did I use the right hashtags? Was it because and there's just so much added pressure. So I know that they're both necessary, but I definitely like the physical more, and so that's why I probably don't post as much as I probably should. But not until it, I don't know, until it gets to the point where it's like, oh man, it's hurting my pockets not to freaking be posting all the time. I think I've found a good happy medium between the two, and I just try to do enough of each one. I don't try to do one more than the other. Well,
For sure.
yeah, I try not to do one more than the other, but
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand, and I think you got to get really good at. I don't know, man. Let me think about this for a second.
No pressure.
I think creating videos and content is a good way to figure out your voice and how to get funny. And I think there's a quicker learning curve there than it is to get on stage and do stand up.
Yeah.
But when you're creating that voice and that brand online, and then that live side of you catches up to it, now you have this whole resume of stuff you've done in the past, and you have something and somewhere to send people to go see what else you do.
Yeah.
So you look multifaceted. That's why I say like it goes hand in hand. And when you do these shows, it's all about how do I promote this and do it in an interesting way, and that's creating content right there. So it goes hand in hand. And if you get an agent or a manager, they're going to want to see how many followers you have on all these and how often you're posting. And a lot of times you can just get booked based on TikTokers, they do stand-up shows now. They don't deserve to, but they do.
That's what I was about to say, but I do feel like there's a lot of times where the content is viewed higher than their actual stage presence. Like their stage, they could not have any stage presence.
Oh, most of them don't. No, most of them can't even talk to people.
Now they're headlining a show, and it probably doesn't translate quite as well.
Yeah.
At least not at first. Once
For
they
sure.
get those reps, of course.
I call it a strainer, man. Like, a lot of people get it quick and they don't stick. And if you want to make a career of this, you got to be really good and you got to put the work in.
Exactly.
And you want to stick in that strainer. So I rather get it later, but get it the right way and have the respect and know that I have the stuff and I can continue to create and I can continue to create great things and write new stuff and just not be this one trick pony that does the same thing over and over again. I mean, that's the thing is like you have to keep evolving your set, keep evolving your voice, keep evolving your videos and just do original shit, man. That's what it's about.
That makes it. That's what makes the two very different. Like stand up is constantly, being in that world of trying to make new stuff in front of people, whereas the content is like. I said that weird. What you know? What I mean?
I got it.
No,
We're all dumber for it, but I got it.
Living in the world of live, it's live and you're doing it.
Yeah.
If you're always just doing the content of it, then it doesn't always the live. The live one has to be harder. What the fuck is words?
What do you mean? The live one is harder or yes?
The live one is harder.
Oh, it's way hard.
The live one is the one that you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to,
Oh, doing this shit is way harder than creating a viral video. I mean, it's hard to create a viral video. Be honest with you, but
the people that create content.
Yeah.
And just only create content.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Now, when you're dealing with trying to do both,
yes,
doing the live one
hacks.
has to be the one that's like, all right, this one I really, you know what I'm saying? And then when you create the content, it's able to transform. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense. No, that's just always something that I was wondering about, like for comedians, because like when you're looking at it from like a consumer standpoint, you don't always get to see like their sets and stuff. So like you're looking forward toward that vlog or that podcast that they do to get to know them more. But then seeing them live on stage, like whenever I went to my first show, it blew my mind because I thought I knew Joe Rogan from his podcast, because who the fuck doesn't listen to Joe Rogan? And then you see him, and it's just a completely other side, and it just opens my mind up to certain things, and then it makes me think like, I don't know, I just want to sit here and talk into a mic for the rest of my life. It's just like, how can I do something like that? Because creating's cool and stuff. So
what do you do other than the podcast?
So
Because you're not a comic.
I want to be. I did an open mic for my birthday last year on November 6th. I haven't done it since. It was.
Were you drunk?
I was not actually.
Good.
No, I took it in and I ate shit.
All right.
But it was a good eating shit, and the thing that struggles with me is I have a speech impediment, so just any sort of public speaking just makes me nervous as fuck. But I treat my podcast kind of like doing stand-up, because I write every single week for it.
Great.
And then I do half an hour to 45 minutes of my podcast where I'm just ranting and stuff. I have jokes that I write down that I know that I'm going to have throughout the set, whether if it's on, or the set, the podcast, whether if it's me reacting to a TikTok or something dumb that I see online. But then I do like write jokes and stuff constantly. I just don't really perform them, and I think it's just because I had a bad time at the High Note.
Okay.
And I haven't found a good place around here to do open mics.
What happened at the High Note?
So my experience was fine. I brought my friends with, which I probably should have just went all by myself. But I don't know. Did you guys go by yourself? Your first time that you did stand mic? Yeah.
I brought friends to the first one. That's very common from my experience. I think people do bring people to the first one. Because it's usually friends like motivating, like, you're funny, go do it, we'll come watch.
Yeah.
And then at least you have 5 people that are like even pity laughing for you in the back. So it doesn't seem, even if it's going terribly, to be going as bad as you think it is, you know? Yeah.
But so I was there. I didn't know who where to sign my name at. I
Okay.
didn't go first. I didn't want to go last, so I just kind of signed it somewhere, and I was like, cool. I just sit here. I drink a couple beers,
Yeah.
and I go up on stage, and my speech starts hitting me, and
and then I had to work through that, and then I
Okay.
had 5 minutes of stuff planned, and I went through it. I rehearsed it for like a month straight. I was straight up preparing for this, and I got on stage, and my 5 minutes turned into a minute and 30 seconds, just because I got so nervous, and it hit me that these people have been doing it so much longer than me, and they could just tell. I mean, I got a couple laughs, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, but the bad thing that happened, I thought it was fucking hilarious, but there was a guy who closed it out, and he had to be on either Coke or Molly, but he got up there and just screamed into
Yeah.
the mic,
Sounds like an open mic.
and then got into everyone's faces, because this was during COVID.
Oh, God.
And people were wearing masks and stuff, and he was like, take off your fucking mask.
Oh, Lord.
And it just
Oh, wow.
all in, and then, yeah. He finished, and then everyone, like, did a stupid clap.
Oh, my God.
He went back up, he's like, I'm not done. And just went
Well, that just sounds like a
5
homeless
minutes.
person wandered in and just started screaming
Yeah.
at people. He's probably schizophrenic, and he won't be back. I would say this: like, if you go to an open mic and it's your first time and you're nervous, you like that transition. Tell the host that you are new, and because if they tell the room that, the room's going to support you, and they're
Yeah.
going to be like, "Hey, let's give it up for him a little bit. Let's get behind him." And honestly, you know, people think comics are bitter, but it's a scene, and we got each other's backs, and.
Sure.
You know, you have your speech impediment, and you're up there fucking trying something that's, you know, you already have the odds stacked against you, and here you are trying this public speaking thing. Like, people are going to want to get behind you, and that scene is going to get behind you. And if people that don't, they're assholes, and fuck
Yeah.
those people. So, like, don't let that get in your way. And also don't let bombing get in your way, because you did prepare, like you said, for a month,
Yeah.
and you went and did it. And that's all you can do. Like, I'll go out and have a shitty set sometimes, and, you know,
sure.
it's like, as long as you did your due diligence and you can't blame yourself, then what's there to do? Like, the comfort and the nerves, that will come later.
Yeah, that's
And,
true.
and it's just going to take reps like this, you know? Like,
I was actually happy that I ate shit, because then I knew that I had to work at it,
Mm-hmm.
that I wasn't just great at it. Because I feel like if I was great at it, I haven't gone back, but I feel like I'd just be like, oh, okay, I'm good at this. What's the point now?
yeah.
See, that's kind of what happened to me. I got on stage first time, I fucking crushed it.
Really?
Yeah, no, I've been fucking.
Hell yeah.
Dope, dope.
I did too.
haven't fucking looked back.
Really?
Yeah, now my own success is just crumbling on me. No, I'm just kidding.
That was
The first time the first open mic I did, my wife was with me, of
Okay.
course, and then I think we did bring like, I was in the Air Force still, so I did bring like one of my homeboys from work that was just like not doing shit, and it was on Halloween, and yeah, I did 5 minutes. I personally didn't think that it went that great, but it was definitely like inspiring. Like it was
Yeah.
motivating. It was like, yeah, I wanna keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I just kept just keep going, man. My advice would just be don't stop.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed it at all, don't stop. I do think having a bunch of people with you is
Yeah.
kind of, I don't know if I'd have done that.
Yeah.
I do it the first time.
It
Yeah.
was like a lot for me. I didn't even want the dude there. Like, I was like, no, dude, don't come. He's like, no, I'm coming. I'm like, fuck. I just wanted my lady to be there. But yeah, keep doing it, dude.
I need to, yeah.
Yeah, High Note's good. Bremen on Mondays in River West is a good mic in this parts. Like, I've lived in LA for 12 years, and I still come back and I'll still do that mic because it's
really?
just a really good room. Yeah.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I do enjoy it. I like the whole comedy venue, like, scene, and I like all the people that I've seen, like, around it, and it's someone that I aspire to be. So,
Well, you can do it, man. Just got to do it.
You want to feature today?
I'll do it.
Am I getting fired? Am I getting bumped?
I'll do it. No,
Bump to host?
just kidding.
Yeah.
no, it's a sold out show.
Sold out show.
It's so dope.
Did you get your tickets?
No.
No, fuck
I
no.
did not. I know.
So after this, you're just going to leave?
He's just leaving. He got what he wanted. He milked the cows.
No, I just didn't. I didn't think.
No.
I didn't think it was gonna sell out. I mean,
No, he's insulting us.
Now I sound bad. Now I sound bad.
Yeah. I did radio, man. I went on Robbie Backoff's show. What was that? 102 to 27. What was it? 105 The Fan. 12:50 a.m. The Fan, Milwaukee.
How do I know you don't know? He was
I was on that shit.
12:50 a.m.
The Fan, Milwaukee.
I was gonna buy them, and then I saw when you posted today, it was sold out. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
should I still have that late show?
Well, I didn't even know this guy existed till last week.
I don't know.
You guys meet up? Oh, yeah.
At the Improv. Yeah.
Yeah. We like just met like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
And he reached out through DMs and
Yeah.
let this be a lesson to you people. Take your shot, fucking message some people, and cool shit will happen, right? Yeah, man.
I will say I am.
Mouth don't get fed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Squeaky Will gets the cheese.
Time I'm like, how can I get more viewers? How can I get more followers? How can I? See, the thing is about this is like
Cheese help the wheel?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I just want to meet more people like me. So that's why, and comedy just on that.
Interesting. So
Go, yeah, white dudes. You want to meet more people like us? Go to an AA meeting. You'll meet a lot of them.
Yeah. On mics and shit, that's the perfect.
I'm going to.
And
Yeah.
the mics that aren't just, I thoroughly enjoy going to mics that aren't just comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, like in San Diego, there's like a Just for Friends, Just Trying to Make Friends show
Okay.
that I went to.
For sure.
And that's music, comedy, improv. So like I did stand up, and then after my stand up set, I played the ukulele.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's just getting that, just being around.
You play the ukulele? You're whiter than I am.
It's not a white instrument. That's a Pacific Islander instrument.
Okay, I guess you're right. I take it back. But no. But then fucking white guys in fucking fedoras fucking mainstream that shit.
That is a banjo or.
No, it's ukuleles. Like every dude on fucking on Instagram was playing the ukulele, man.
There's only one white dude on Instagram that plays ukulele, and it's what's his name, Ernie Banks or some shit.
The baseball player? Oh.
No, he like covers like rappers while they're rapping. He's like behind them with a ukulele. Shit's lit, dude.
Doesn't like Jason Mraz play ukulele?
I don't know what he plays, but did you know that Jason Mraz has one of the largest avocado farms in the country, and he lives in San Diego? And San Diego is actually one of the biggest producers of avocados.
did not know that.
The more you
Makes
know.
sense though.
Right?
Yeah.
So that bug tried to get in my mouth just now.
I love San Diego. It's such a dope place.
It's my favorite city in the country.
So you're in LA.
Yeah.
How's that been going for the past year with everything that's been
It
going
sucks.
down? Really?
It sucks, dude. It's the worst, man. Yeah, we all are locked down. The rest of you guys are out fucking having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And just protocol after protocol, and seeing like a lot of artistic venues closing because they can't have live shows, and just the homelessness and how that's grown. And just the lack of affordable housing, but then they'll put up 8-unit condos. It's just
Do you feel like Los Angeles does that because they know how much visibility they get around the country? Like Los Angeles, anything Los Angeles or New York does, we're gonna fucking hear.
yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Montana, that's not gonna get as much traction. So do you feel like LA does it all because of how much they know that?
Yeah, well, they say like they're the leaders of all the states. Like we lead by what is it, by example? I don't fucking know. Yeah, Gavin Newsom's got his head up his ass. So good luck in the recall. And I'm a Democrat, and I hope that guy gets recalled, man. I'm being honest with you. If you do a bad job, you should be fired. That's how I feel about shit. Fuck
agree.
that. And politics aside, like. You should just fucking judge people on how they do their job.
Exactly.
That's what we do every night. So whatever.
Do you still think that Los Angeles is the place to go if you're trying to make it now, or do you think you should be going to like Austin, Texas, or
I don't-
San Diego?
Or building it here in.
The best advice.
Thing is,
Milwaukee.
I don't think that answer exists.
Really?
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
If you a dog, if you're funny, if you're
Yeah.
talented, if you can do this shit, it don't make a fuck where you're at. There's a million. There's celebrities that just. Matthew McConaughey got discovered in a bar, not even fucking acting or all that. He was just in a bar. I don't even know the state. Like probably wasn't L.A. I don't know. You might get discovered or doing something. Anyway, if you're talented, you're talented.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard this a million times. Like, become the funniest person from where you're from, and then maybe move to a bigger market. If that's Milwaukee, maybe move to Chicago. That's usually what it would be. But now the fact that you have the Improv here. And if the bookers start booking you to feature, I know AJ Grill, he's featuring next week. And, that's somebody from Hollywood. That's somebody from one of these bigger markets seeing you. And if they like you, they can take you on the road. That happened with Gary Cannon and Ralphie May.
Oh, really?
Gary was just on a show randomly with Ralphie. Ralphie came up to me. He's like, now you tour with me. And then they toured for like 2.5 years.
That's so cool.
So that opportunity is here now. But I will just say, be as funny as you can, as you say. And if you shine, you're going to shine. if you want to act, I guess you got to go to LA. But Rogan moved to Austin. Steve Burns in Nashville. Theo's in Nashville. There's a lot of people all over the place. I don't know that.
I think anywhere, man. I don't think it matters where you are. As long as you have a grind, and you have a hustle, and you have a way to connect with people in some way, it don't matter where you're at.
They'll come find you, man.
Yeah.
Is that how it normally goes? Like, is there like a process? I feel like there's no like game plan of like how to get to where you guys are at. You kind of just do and do and do.
You just work. You hustle.
Yeah, just work.
Yeah.
What works for you?
I say yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, if you're in a relationship that doesn't like support your dreams or some shit, then you're not gonna fucking get to it. If you have a job that's like preventing you from always like, I can't get to those dreams, well, that's just gonna happen. But you have to make it. It all depends on the person and what you have to make your surroundings work for you. And if you want this podcast shit to be like the number one shit, but you got some other stuff that's in your life that you're like, if I didn't have that thing that's blocking me, I'd be able to get to it. Well, then get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you got to make the situation best for you. So everyone has their own process, their own wave, their own thing that they got to do.
Yeah, I think comics are inherently lazy, and they're bad at marketing and networking, and they just focus on writing the stuff, and they think that's enough, but that's just not the case anymore.
For sure.
And it is networking, it's hustling, it's talking to people, it's making contacts, and then doing the great job on stage. That's the end. Like that already has to be there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So if you want, I get it. When you start being a comic, you need a day job until you start working the road and doing shit. So but when you get off of work at night, you're going to your second job and you got to treat it as such. So somebody asks you you're a comic, you got to say I'm a comic because I'm getting up 3, 4, 5 times a week and I'm putting the hustle in. And until then, you're not. As hard as it sounds, or as harsh as that is, but I'm not gonna go fly an airplane after flying on them for 32 years and be like I'm a pilot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said someone that performs, if they're not getting up 3 or 4 times a week, then they're not a comic?
No, I said they are.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying if you're going up once a month and you're like, I'm a comic, it's like, no, you just like to go hang out at open mics. Are you an actual comic?
Like it's good. You gotta put the work in.
Yeah, you gotta put the work in.
What's your guys' writing process like for writing jokes?
We're on different spectrums. Yeah.
Really?
So I write everything down. I literally will start with an idea and then just free write it and then punch it up. And I just have it in a Google Doc and I'll just rehearse it. I'll just read it. If I'm sitting in a waiting room, I'll read my stuff. I know what I'm going to do. So for me, it's muscle memory. And I'm not trying. I always hate it when you're rusty or you haven't gotten up in a while. You feel like you're trying to keep up with your joke.
Yeah.
And so you're just reciting it as opposed to performing it. The words are on the tip of your tongue. You're snapping. You can do your act outs. You can bounce around, do the thing, and you're out of your own way. And that's why I do that for my process because I'm very forgetful. And I also write things, my set down on a note card, and just like the bits I'm going to do, the tags and everything, and I'll cheat off that on stage if I need to.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, for me, I can never sit down and write. I just can't. That's not my problem. Like if something happens and I feel like it's funny and I feel like I could turn it into something,
Yeah.
then I'll put it in the notes in my phone and then I'll revisit it later.
Okay.
And then the only time I'm physically writing pen to paper is in the shower. I have a waterproof notepad that's in the shower.
No way.
Yeah.
No, for the shower is my creative place. My wife would be like, "Oh, you did a set in the shower." And, it's like she can hear me from outside. I'm in the shower just going, and I'm crushing. Dude, there's never been a shower where I didn't get a standing ovation. It's lit. But in there, I have the notepad on the wall, and that's where I'm that's the only time I'm really pen to paper, focusing on stuff in the shower and practicing it. And then then I put just bullet points in my phone. So then, before the show, I'll look at all the bullet points, and I'll try to remember the bullet points and the sequence of them. And then I kind of just know what I need to say depending on the bullet point. The bullet point be weed. I know my weed joke.
Oh, that makes sense.
Do you listen to your sets back?
Nope.
I do.
Really?
Yeah. I record every one of them, watch them back.
I feel like that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
You can see where you fucked up.
Yeah.
What needs to get.
Or you improvise that thing and you're like, oh, fuck, what was that thing?
Yeah,
And it's you go back and see it and it's like, oh, I never tried that before. I don't know. That's just mine. And you should have it to promote and to have 5 minutes and to have clips.
Is the writing process different for when you're doing comedy compared to when you're writing for like a show or for a skit, or is it kind of like the same thing? Or I feel like a skit a lot of times just you just fucking around.
Yeah.
But like
85% of the skits that I do or anything, it's just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll have like a beat sheet of like, let's just hit these points.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can improvise in between and figure out what we need to do. But,
yeah, I agree with that.
well, there are some bits. Like I did a bit on, I don't know. I do like some more like late nighty style things where I'm like a spokesman, and I'll actually put that on cue cards and like I'm reading off of like something above the camera.
Oh, okay.
You dress up like that dude.
Yeah, yeah. What was it? Virtual. It was virtual cancellation services.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
did watch that video.
yeah, it's like, are you stuck in COVID and are you
Yep.
getting invited to way too many virtual events? Has COVID made it impossible for you to cancel on said virtual events? Hire me. I'll fucking cancel for you. You know, is there some scumbag?
Speaking of that, the one video that I saw of yours that I thought was super cool was the cut shot of drinking the beer.
Oh, the cutaway chug.
That was
Yeah.
really highly produced, and that blew me away. That was a funny ass video.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Funny or Die gave me a little budget to shoot that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And my buddy Jared, he shot that, and I just loved how it was in the round, and the lighting was so perfect, and it was just the guys' night. And the thing I love about that sketch is taking the weird thing and then have it. Oh, so it's a bunch of guys. The idea is, in movies, they'll cut to like the wild card, and he chugs the beer, and then they cut away, and then it's gone. I think I got the idea from Beer Fest or something like that. Or it'd be drinking out of the boot, and then they cut away to the friends cheering, and they cut back, and it's gone. Obviously, he's not drinking it. So we did that at our party, and it starts working and working, and eventually builds to a guy that's like, my turn, and he drinks gasoline, and he dies. And now we go, which is weird if you watch it, it kind of works, you know. And then we go into us burying him, and then it becomes the cutaway murders.
Yeah.
And then there's just like a fucking mound, and then it goes to the last guy, and he's like, I'm next, aren't I? You know? And then it's just a shovel with a beer. Yeah.
That was a damn good.
Yeah, man.
sketch.
That one was, yeah, we rehearsed that, and you know, when you pitch that, you actually have to send a script in to get your budget. So
Oh, really?
yeah, you had to write that one out.
I think from somebody that
I haven't done nothing like that.
I think somebody that, like, from a consumer standpoint, of like somebody who's just constantly watching things, I think you think too hard about what they go through, and a lot of times, like you said, it's just right off the dome.
Yeah.
And as creating podcasts and creating stuff, my first ones, I tried so much just to write everything down and like prepare for half an hour, but now I just hop on the mic and I just say random shit, and then I don't think it's hilarious at the time, but then I watch it back, I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. On TikTok, it's
And then do you
thousands of
write
views.
those funny little nuggets down
I
to
do.
potentially be stand-up
I
bits?
do actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I have
there you
a
go.
notebook of everything that I wrote down, and I like kind of circle them down. So like
Yeah, we got to get you up to more than a minute and a half, dude. So.
No, he has 5,
I could
but he
probably.
bailed at 1:30.
I could probably.
Did you bail at 1:30 or only did 1:30?
I didn't bail at 1:30. It's just I fucked up
Okay.
throughout the time, and then like I was like, okay, I'm done, and then I didn't even get the light.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
Just
So
let
it's
me
probably
know.
you're probably being hard on yourself. It's probably more than a minute 30.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh. Thing is like too is like I think I'm funny, but like I never like know if I'm, because like all the stuff that I do is on my podcast, and no one's gonna be like that at 1:15 that was a funny joke. Like, no one's saying that, so it's just
Well,
like,
ask your peers and your friends to watch
True.
it and tell me what you like about it, and then just do more of that thing that they like about you.
no.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier about how stand-up is just that instant receipt of, yo, is this funny? The people laughed. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. You know what I'm saying? That's, you take those bits that you have on the podcast and turn it into open mic stuff, and then now you instantly know if it was funny or not.
Also, I always say this is a quantity business.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how much can you produce, because we're on to the next thing so quickly.
Exactly.
So you just can't be precious with shit.
Yeah.
It's like what you're doing is great. You're doing the podcast, but don't overthink it, you know?
That's the one thing I overthink every sort of thing at first. Now it's just like, what can I write for? Because like I write like 3 times a week, and then I'm like, okay, that's what I have, and then
that's what I do. Unless I have someone on that I have like little things that I know I wanted to ask you guys or that, but other than that, it's just shooting the shit and things like that. So, what time is it? You guys have to go at any point?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah, he's got food.
Yeah.
They got opening the doors at 7, so
Alright,
yeah.
Sure. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us, man. It was a lot of fun, dude.
Really great.
Appreciate it.
Say where they can find you guys, what's coming next, and where they can see you guys live.
You can check your boy out on Instagram at Hancock_triple_I. That's James Hancock the third. Laugh always in the building. Appreciate you guys. Stay blessed.
You can check me out on Instagram at Eric Wielo, on Twitter at that same handle. You can check me out every Sunday at the Hollywood Improv Lab. I'm running a show there starting in 2 weeks. And I'll be in San Diego doing the Madhouse Comedy Club on September 15th.
Oh yeah, and starting September 9th, I'll be in San Francisco for the San Francisco International Comedy Competition. So.
All right, there we go.
Oh yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. It's been great meeting you guys.
Nice talking to you, man. Keep working. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Did it. There you go. Thanks for having us, bro. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Ugh. All right.